Hey guys, Steve here. Thanks for stopping by and watching the video today. I am super excited. We have this new ADATA durable drive. Now I know what you're wondering. You're like, why is this guy in front of the table today? Well, we're going to show you how cool this is. Let me tell you, this is military grade, shockproof, and it's waterproof. I mean, this is phenomenal. If you have 500 gig of data that you need to protect, you need this drive, and we're going to prove to you right now just how tough this sucker is. And again, one continuous shot. We're not going to break away. I don't want you to think we're trying to mess around or fooling around with you. This is the real deal. Let's go ahead and hook it up to this computer. We'll copy some files to it, and we're going to see what happens. So first thing is just plug it right in. Windows will automatically recognize it. You don't need any drivers or anything like that. It is USB 3.0, so it is super fast. You're going to see that here in a second. This is the drive. There's nothing on it. We have some files here, and here they are. Just a few, just 4 little pictures we're going to put on there. Now watch how fast this transfers. This is great. Bam! Right there. It's done. That's it. Now I'm going to close that out, and we'll see if those files survive our tests here. So I'm going to unplug the drive. And I think the first thing we're going to do is the shock test. So let's take a look. Now I'm going to ask you, would you do this to your hard drive? I know most people, if you do this with a regular external hard drive, it's toast. It ain't going to survive. But we're going to go ahead and drop it. You ready? 1, 2, 3, and bam! There it goes. Bounces right towards you. One more time, just in case you don't believe it's, look, it's banging up against stuff. Now I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, oh wow, he's bouncing it off of carpet. Big deal, right? Well, you know what? I don't think a regular external hard drive would have survived that. So let's just take it up a notch though, just to be on the safe side. Cameraman, can you pan over here? I'm going to go over by the cement. That's right. I'm going to drop it right onto the cement. You ready? Here it goes. 1, 2, 3, and drop. Look at that. Can you imagine dropping it onto cement and expecting it to still live? If you did that with any other external hard drive, it's toast. It's not going to survive. You're going to crash your heads. Now, the real deal though is it waterproof? Let's try that. We got a little bowl of water here, and I'm not messing around. This is, you can see, there's actual water in there. This is the real deal. Now, I'm going to go ahead and put that in there, and let's see what happens. Ready? 1, 2, 3, and it goes. Oops, making a little bit of a mess there. All right. That's actually kind of floating in there too. I don't know if maybe if you dropped it in a lake, it'd float back up to you. That's pretty cool. Now, it's in there floating. Let's talk for a minute. Why would you want a waterproof hard drive, external hard drive? Well, first of all, you're putting all your important data on this drive. That's the whole idea of having a good quality, military grade, shockproof, waterproof backup drive, right? Now, here's the deal. What happens if, I don't know, you have a little kid and they say, oh, I'm going to drop this in the fish tank. I'm going to drop this in the toilet. I'm going to drop this in the bathtub. What happens if you take it outside and it's raining, it gets poured on, it gets all wet? What happens if you're trying to transfer it someplace and it gets dropped in the snow or in a puddle? I drop things all the time. I'm sure everybody does. You know what? What happens if, God forbid, there was some kind of natural disaster, a flood, hurricane, any of that kind of stuff? If you have your data on this thing, there's a heck of a good chance it's going to survive that. If it's on a regular external hard drive, forget it. If it gets wet, it's done. It's over. This, it can get wet, it can get stuff falling on, it can fall from areas, it's going to be fine. I think we get the point. I'm going to go ahead and pull this out, and let's see if it's survived all of our torture tests here. Yeah, it's a little wet, so I have to dry it off. Give me a second here. Get all dried off. Shake the water. Look at that. I'm literally shaking the water out of the drive. Now let's check and see if this has survived. I'm going to plug it in. I hear it. Are the files still on there? That's the big question. Let's see what happens when the window pops up. Look at this. After all that abuse, all those files are there. And again, this has been one continuous shot. You haven't seen us cut away. You've seen everything that's happening with this drive the whole time. We've dropped it twice here, once over there. We've put it in the water and talked about it. And I just plugged it back in, and there's all the files. I don't know what more proof you can need. This is a phenomenal deal. We only have a very limited number of these. That's the big problem, is that everybody wants these, and they're real hard to get a hold of. We got lucky that we have the few that we do. So if you want one, don't hesitate. Get one now. Oh, and just as a side note, I messed up the first video. So we've done this with this drive twice, and it's worked both times. Pretty cool. So thanks for watching. Have a great day.